मा गर्दाखेरि भर्बल्ली भन्दाखेरि चाहिँ द चेयरम्यान अफ क्यान काउन्टी काउन्सिल मिस्टर ब्रायन स्विटल्यान्ड उहाँलाई चाहिँ फर्मल्ली भन्दाखेरि अनि उहाँभन्दा ठुलो चाहिँ सेरेमोनियल यहाँ चाहिँ अब मोनार्की कन्स्टिट्युसनल मोनार्की भएकोले गर्दा लर्ड लेफ्टिनेन्ट अफ केन यो चाहिँ राजाले नियुक्ति गरेको हुन्छ कि अनि हाई सेरिफ अफ केन यो राजाले नियुक्ति गरेको त्यहाँ पछि उहाँ हुनुहुन्छ
भनेपछि त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो उता प्रदेश प्रमुख भने जस्तै रहेछ कि मेरो
है अनि
प्रदेश प्रमुख भने जस्तै रहेछ सरकारले नियुक्ति गर्छ नि मुख्यमन्त्री हुन्छ कार्यकारी अनि प्रदेश प्रमुख भने जस्तै
अनि त्यहाँदेखि मेयर र चेयरम्यान अफ बर्ड काउन्सिल अनि तपाईँको मेम्बर अफ पार्लिमेन्ट जो चाहिँ हाम्रो वेस्ट मिनिस्टरमा अथवा सङ्घीय सांसद हुन्छ नि सङ्घीय सांसद चाहिँ यहाँ हुन्छ उनीहरूको पोर्टफोलियो चाहिँ हामीदेखि नै यो टाउन मेयर भन्दा तल मेम्बर अफ पार्लिमेन्ट किनकि नगर प्रमुख भनेको त उहाँको पोर्टफोलियो धरानको त उहाँ सबैभन्दा प्रमुख हो नि त्यस्तो यहाँ वैसरी यताको चाहिँ भनौँ न
अहिले हामी जाँदै गरेको केन्ट काउन्टी काउन्सिलको चेयरम्यानलाई भेट्न
उहाँको चेयरम्यान यहाँको हेडलाई
हजुर
यहाँको जुन एउटा गभर्मेन्ट छ गभर्मेन्टको हेडलाई
ल काउन्टी भनेको चाहिँ उता नेपालको चाहिँ प्रदेश सडक
यहाँ 8वटा यो प्रदेश भित्र चाहिँ 8वटा जिल्ला छ 8वटा जिल्लाको उहाँ चाहिँ प्रमुख
मलाई यहाँ चाहिँ एउटा फोटो खिच्न मन लाग्यो क्या त
साँच्चै नै यो चाहिँ गजबको ठाउँ छ
तर हुन त यहाँ पनि छ स्नेह सर त्यो तर उनीहरू चाहिँ फेरि अलिकति अर्कै तरिकाले बसेको हुन्छ छन त यहाँ पनि छ
जिप्सी भन्छ यहाँ चाहिँ जिप्सी भन्छ उनीहरूले
एम्पायर हल भन्दिनु नि
उनीहरूलाई हतपत हटाउनु सक्दैन बसेपछि
So this was 67 years ago, and you can still, if you can see, this is still that badge. So when they gave me this badge, it's been used for a long time, and I thought, don't lose it, just don't lose it, you know. So here we are. That's the council chamber again. I'll show you this later if you want to have a look. And that's a little bit later on, 1965. So it hasn't changed that much. I think it maybe if there's I can't remember if there's one at the beginning or not. That's a very early one. This is the earliest. So this is in 1889. And we can look in this room actually. I'll show you this room. I don't know if there may be a meeting in there. I don't know. But this is where the judges in the old days, the actual judges of the court would meet as well. But we still have this room. And the building is now very old, and so it takes a lot of looking after. And it's probably too big for us now. But we do have lots of buildings throughout Kent. We have quite an extensive property portfolio. But this one is, you know, is probably too big for us. And did you suffer from COVID?
Did I? Yes.
No, in Nepal.
In Nepal, COVID, yes.
You had COVID? Yeah. We had COVID, and during the COVID period, a lot of our staff worked from home. But trying to get them to come back to work, even 4 years later, is quite difficult. So a lot of our staff now do work from home, maybe 3 days a week or something like that, and then they would come in. As well, so things have changed quite a little bit from before COVID. So yes, and how often do you meet at your council? When are your meetings? How many?
Once a month.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Okay, so here we have the full council with all 81 members meet 6 times a year.
6 times.
So roughly once every 2 months. But in between that, we have a number of committees with maybe 20 people, 30, 25 people on for different subject areas. We have our biggest expenditure is what we call adult social care, so looking after the elderly people, which is probably nearly 2/3 of our budget. And We have other challenges here as well because we have quite a lot of immigration coming in through Kent from dinghies and boats, and that we have if there's children there, sometimes children come on the boats with no parents, and we have once they're here, we are then their legal parents, and so we look after the unaccompanied young asylum seekers and make sure they're safe. And that's quite expensive to do as well.
Yes. I mean, the Kent County has a lot of settlement courses, and some of the courses are hosted in our center.
That's right.
Which belongs to Kent County Council.
Yes, So, and then once they're here, they will go to different parts of the country. But to start with, we've normally got it depends, around about 1,000 that we're looking after. And they're still coming, so that's a
so when you receive those, do you send them to other counties, or like how does it work?
We have with the government there is what we call it doesn't sound very nice, but it's a dispersal system. So they will come in here, and then eventually they should, in theory, then go to different parts of the country to be looked after properly, because that does put quite a lot of strain on our own social services here, because we probably have a similar number of Kent children that we have to look after. So that's very difficult still.
In month.
Every Monday.
In a week.
So for a month.
For a month.
And most through the year. So we do have quite a lot of new citizens as well.
अघि म मेयर साहब भन्दै थिएँ तपाईँलाई यहाँ चाहिँ नेचुरलाइजेसन गरेर सिटिजनसिप लिनु, अनि सिटिजनसिप दिने पनि उहाँको माता हातमा हुन्छ कि क्याम्प काउन्टीभित्रमा। ल तपाईँ ब्रिटिस सिटिजन हुनु भनेर I also took my British citizen.
Did you go to the ceremony here?
Yeah. I think that at that time
Archbishop's Palace.
No, here.
Oh, here
in the sitting house.
Really?
Yeah. So So I've been living in Kent for a very long.
Oh right, okay. So you know all about that.
Well, I attended the ceremony long time ago. Yeah.
We have. I mean, there are. If there's let's say there's 28 people, they could come from 20 different countries. So they are from all over the world, and we just that is their final, as you know, part of the journey. It can take quite a long time and cost quite a lot of money sometimes as well. So we do that. I do that. I speak at those meetings every Monday. Not every Monday. I have a deputy as well who helps out.
Recently we had flooding problems.
Oh really? Yeah, I saw that. I think it's been on.
جالكسي فلوتس ويفر مقرمش رهيب بداخله كريمة طعمها.
Yeah, too much rain and everywhere.
Yeah.
Flooding problem we had. Sometimes we do have some other problems too, caused by the natural disasters.
Are you responsible for transport as well?
Yeah, somehow.
Yeah, some of it.
Yes, somehow.
So what roads?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So we have around about 5,000 miles of roads in Kent, and so we are responsible for all of the upkeep of most of those roads. So that's a challenge as well, because if the weather is bad, and sometimes we have snow and ice, then that slowly destroys the roads as well. So that's something that we and people always are calling me saying, people are driving too fast. I think it must be everywhere. They say, I had someone call me last night, I was taking my dog for a walk, someone was driving far too fast. What can you do about it, Mr. Sweetland? So we have some issues there. We have responsibility for education standards. So we have, I think it's about 600 schools in Kent as well. So we have that area. And then we have usual services like libraries and community centres and things. So overall, and we are finding it very difficult. We don't have enough money, and we are trying to each year balance our budget. So we have this much coming in and that much going out, and they should be level. But that's more and more difficult. And in the UK, in England, some councils are actually going bankrupt. Now, it's a form of bankruptcy. You have to declare that you cannot balance the budget. Yeah, and so we have been fairly close to that, but each year we've just managed to balance our budget. But it's very, very difficult. We need more money. You got any money? Can you?
I heard England doesn't have any constitution, concrete constitution, a written constitution. So how you make the law?
How do we make the
Laws,
the laws?
Yeah.
Well, laws are made by the government, Parliament, and we have a. Do we have a constitution? Is that what you're saying?
I heard England doesn't have a written constitution.
Well, we have probably the oldest constitution in the world, which is called the Magna Carta. But our laws are made by Parliament, and also when we were a member of the European Community, there was a constitution there. So one of the issues we've had since we've left the European Union is to put in place. So in Europe now, and one of the discussions with immigration or illegal immigration is that we are still following the European Court of Human Rights. And the argument, the discussion in Parliament now is, should we continue to do that, or should we withdraw from the European Court of Human Rights and have our own Bill of Rights? So it will be a UK Bill of Rights. But if you go back hundreds and hundreds of years, the Magna Carta really was the first constitution.
So
Written constitution, that's
I think our mayor wants to know how does at what basis the government makes the law. At what basis? What base? Like Nepal have a constitution. With the constitution,
we have written constitution, but I have heard England doesn't have that.
Not the same way.
Not the same way. But there is.
You have.
I mean, we just have one constitution for the United Kingdom.
Okay. So on the basis of that, you discuss and make the laws according to.
The government will make the laws. Now, there's on smaller laws, much smaller laws can be made locally, but on things like transport or parking or fines and that sort of stuff, small things, but not big constitutional things. One of the things that's being discussed at the moment in Parliament this week is things like assisted suicide, assisted dying. So that's being discussed in Parliament. But all of those big decisions will be taken by Parliament. And then we have the House of Lords as well. So we have the House of Commons and then the House of Lords. And the House of Lords is like a second chamber, which, if you like, challenges and make sure that whatever law it is agreeable or makes sense, and then if it has a disagreement, it will send it back to the House of Commons. But the House of Commons doesn't need to take any notice of it. The House of Commons is the primary place where laws would be designed. So is that similar? What about you?
Yeah, we do have the same kind of.
Yeah. So yes.
Sorry.
This is the White Horse of Kent. It's called the Invicta Horse, and Invicta means victorious or undefeated. And this dates back for maybe 300, 400, 500 years, where we use this emblem. So it's on my badge here. It's on a lot of flags and that. And it's the Invicta Horse. And that's our coat of arms for Kent. So we'd like you to take that back to your office.
Sure.
तपाईँले पछि अफिसबाट पठाइदिँदा हुन्छ तपाईँको आर्म्स हैन.
Thank you. So this one, this is our cultural symbol.
All right.
So
this
one is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Let's shake hands.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
ल फोटो लिनु पनि राम्रो थ्याङ्क यू
I shall wear that all day.
Thank you.
So here are the different parties. So that's my vice chairman's office, and here we have the Labour group, which is one of the political party, Labour Party. Over there is Liberal Democrats, and we have a Green Party here as well, and we have some independents.
So you never fight each other then?
Yes.
You never fight each other?
No, we're actually. Well, it's funny. It's probably the same as you. In the council chamber, sometimes people get a bit, annoyed with one another. But when you see people, they're very friendly. So, and we have a difference of opinion on different things. But no, I think we all get on pretty well. We don't have any fights or anything like that. So a lot of this has been very similar since the turn of the century. So way back to, like I showed you before, 1890 something. So this is a big building, so I won't show you all. This is a members' lounge. So when we have a big council meeting, members can come in here. They can use the equipment, or they can have coffee or something like that. But it's just a lobby they can use. You can see we have quite a lot of rather old paintings here as well of chairman of the county council in 1900s and 1910.
So he for 10 years.
So I have a similar sort of beard. And I don't know what this is. This is.
I think you need to beat the block.
This dates back a long time.
1885.
Yes.
1585.
Painted in 1626. Wow. So. Fujitsu. So. This is where the council support. This is the offices. Now, I don't think we have many meetings today here, so it's fairly quiet. So this is the front of the building. Our chamber is upstairs.
Can chairman and mayor have a picture?
This is where we do all the photographs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Royal court.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But we don't use a lot of this building. We could do with not having this building, to be honest. But some of it is protected. We have it's got preservation order on it, so you can't change it very much. These are previous chairmen.
दुश्मनहरू अहिले केन्ट काउन्टी चेयरपर्सन उहाँले चाहिँ हाम्रो मेयरज्यूलाई यो काउन्सिल भवनको चाहिँ अवलोकन गराउँदै हुनुहुन्छ।
मिटिङ हुने ठाउँ यहाँ चाहिँ परदेश छ।
So this is our council chamber. And in the photographs they showed you, this was this way round. At one stage they could probably get more people in here. And all of our meetings, I don't know about you, but they're all live. You can watch them on the internet. And so when somebody wants to speak, they vote on here as well, yes or no. I agree, I disagree. I can't make my mind up.
So we could have chairman and mayor pictures here in the middle. If this chairman doesn't mind.
Over there is my chair, the big chair there. When we have the main big council meetings, that chair is brought into the middle underneath there. But this is used for committees as well. So
You enter from where do you enter? Is it from that door or from that behind?
I come in there,
And then
everyone else comes in here.
Yeah, so you come to, everybody stands up and...
They all stand, yes. I don't know what they say. But, so, yes, when I
this
come
is
in
where all the canned policies happens here.
They don't stand for me. They stand for my position
My position,
as
right.
chairman.
As a
you know.
chairman, yeah.
If it was me, none of them would stand. I don't suppose.
Yeah.
We've been doing some. We've been trying to help Ukraine as well.
Yeah.
And so we've got a flag there, but we had a lot of Ukrainian politicians come in
Here.
a few meetings ago, and we are trying to do some work with them. And on education, on business development, that sort of thing. So we are trying to help as much as we can. So above us would be where the press would be, up here.
Oh, the press. Oh, so obviously with the press.
Or members of the public
Members of the public.
could come in. They can sit at the back if they want, or they can sit here. We don't use that over there.
Chairman.
It's very heavy, so they put it on rollers. So we should have a picture here. You can
Yeah.
sit here.
Yeah, the bus now.
I can sit here.
Yeah.
And you can take a photo over there
Yeah.
because this looks good.
Dinesh Smith. For this, sir, have it all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they will be at home.
So there you.
And they would come up on screens,
screens.
and we would have like a big Zoom meeting. type of thing, you know.
Yeah.
So that worked quite well.
So the other councillors they come here.
Yes, and also sometimes with our committee meetings, because if you're, as you know, coming up from Folkestone or Dover is a long way.
Long way, yeah.
and
So there are almost 67. Around 80, around
81.
81. One corner was 81 councillors.
81 councillors.
One is the Pradesh go. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you,
So,
Chairman. So, Chairman, like, who looks after your agenda? The chief executive,
So I have a lawyer,
lawyer, or lawyer? Say what I'm saying.
or like a lawyer.
Lawyer, attorney, attorney
Well,
office. Say,
I have some like a lawyer, and then a lawyer. So, and then here, these will be our senior directors.
all the senior
Our
directors.
Chief executive and the different senior directors. And they would stay for most of the meeting, maybe not all of the meeting, but when it's important to have them there. The lawyer will be there all the time just to make sure I don't do anything illegal. And this will be a sort of a lawyer, but he's skilled in procedures for the council. And so if I do anything wrong, he'll say, that's wrong. But he says it very quietly, so that's okay.
Okay. So all the directors, the chief executive.
The directors will be here, at least our meetings will start at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
We have 6 a year, mainly meetings. And they will start at 10 o'clock. We will break for an hour at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. And they will usually go on from, well, it depends what meeting it is. They normally finish by about 4:30.
So who is the highest ranking civil officer here, the directors? What is it? Who is the one?
So this will be the chief executive.
Chief executive,
He's the senior officer.
Senior officer. So he's from the government. Government. She is from the government.
No, she's works for the council, but she's an officer.
She is an officer.
Yes.
So they work independently, or they have to take advice from you?
Well, I think we work together actually,
Yes,
and so we have things like a saying which is officers advise, members decide. So
that's exactly like
it's the same as you have.
Like the officers advise and the
Sometimes it's not very clever. It's not very clever to go against their advice. If they say don't do this, you've got to have a good reason not to do it. But at the end of the day, on things like policy, policy will be decided by the council, the councillors. And you need someone strong to put it back.
When is the ceremony?
When we have our meeting, this is actually on those runners there.
So this is the actual
So this is my chair.
So the big meeting.
Yes.
So this is where the cabinet meetings happens. So when the chairman comes, this is the.
Yeah, we only put that in place when it's big format council meetings. When we use this for cabinet, we just have ordinary chairs here. and so it doesn't get worn out. I guess. And
हाम्रो तपाईको ट्याक्सीको भाडा भरेर उठाउनु यही डिसाइड
so one way or another, this has been used for council meetings for a long time.
Yeah, 1888.
As well, and I have to wear hearing aids, so I can hear everything through these, which helps. But when you've been here for 5 hours, something like that, the light is not very good here. It could be it should be brighter, I think. And it can get very hot or very cold. Let's go this way. This is through the back. This is where I would walk in.
So chairman चाहिँ यहाँबाट
So the lawyer will gavel, and so I would walk in, same as you, I guess, and people would stand out of respect for the chairman position, not me particularly, but the chairman position, and then we'd start the meeting. This is just an equipment room, but this is the control room where. Because it's all broadcast live. So
this is where the technician
and if you speak, your name will come up, and we have a clock because members can usually speak for 3 minutes. And these people, we're all the past chairmen. So we've got a few more to put in here.
पूर्व केन काउन्टी काउन्सिल चेयरमैन
How many of them so far?
Well, this dates back to 1889.
1889
And he was the chairman up until 1900. And the first time they used this was here. So this
is
the same one here in 1949 to 1952. So I try not to lose this because I would be very unpopular. And when I joined the county council, it was this was the chairman here in 2009. So here we are. These are all the subsequent chairmen as well.
पहिला कोर्ट रोयल कोर्ट छ नि त
के अरे हाम्रो प्यालेस जस्तो नारायण
There's a meeting in here, so but I showed you that photograph.
Okay.
यहाँ एउटा फोटो लिनुपर्छ होला है
1892. So this is.
Picture.
I would be interviewed sometimes, particularly when I was doing the roads job in the morning, on a news programme or something. So, always remember the microphone. Just say it's always on. It's always on. So this is the oldest part of the building.
The oldest.
This was the original courthouse. The courthouse would have been upstairs, and then the tunnels are down below us. Well, some of them are over there actually. But then you would go back. The prison is at the back, over the back there. But it's still a prison now.
Yes.
So.
Is the prison of...
And sometimes around the walls we will put exhibition photographs. So, and then here.
200 वर्ष पुरानो बिल्डिङमा छ अहिले हामी यहाँ
एक्जिबिसन
एक्जिबिसन हुने ठाउँ हो
नगरपालिका पनि यत्रै बनाउनु बेला भएछ
Just try this next door. See where the lights are.
lecture
Hold that a moment. Okay.
सेमिनार लेक्चर थिएटर
So this is a lecture theatre.
Okay. And after council.
And so, we have presentations on meetings in here sometimes.
Yeah, it's
Someone's been using it for something or other.
Yeah. It's quite a No, so the council has lots of equipped with all the things.
Yes, it does. Yeah, we do use this room. We don't use the building as much as we used to. Really, since COVID times, and but we do use this from time to time. But it's a good lecture theatre.
Yeah, good luck.
And I was talking to some students the other day from I think Canterbury University, who were looking at possibly working in the public sector, like councils, and I came in and spoke to some of the students.
All right, so you give the
Yes.
you give the lectures. Yeah.
Sometimes I put a film on in here as well.
Yeah.
Here is this is a HMS Ken battleship,
But
and
it's
so last year we gave them an award, Freedom of Kent, and this is from the old Kent.
HMS Ken from the ship.
Pre-ship, the one before that, I think.
One before that.
Yeah. So
Does this ship still exist? Is there somewhere in
this one, I think, is still is actually in dry port, the dry dock at the moment, being repaired. But yes,
HMS Ken.
Yeah.
Ken काम देखो पहला इसमें स्टे Ken सर डक मा छ अरे त्यो भन्दा यो पानी जहाज भन्दा अगाडिको पानी जहाजको सिपा 1928
यो लगाएर गर्नुपर्ने हो
other side of that wall. So,
यहाँबाट चाहिँ प्रिजन देखिने
so the tunnel would go from the basement here up into that round building, and years ago the prisoners would be taken straight away through there. But it's still a working prison. I think it's what they call category 2. So
now the tunnel is not in service. The tunnel is not in service now.
no. Otherwise they'd all be coming out. No, it's all blocked off. It's all absolutely. But when we were looking at maybe even selling this building, but it comes with a lot of restrictions because it's so close to the prison.
Oh right. Yeah.
So you couldn't very easily have it to be apartments or hotel because you can. If we were in the restaurant, you can see straight into the prison. So I guess people will be throwing mobile phones over or drones or something like that.
Yeah.
So there are quite a few restrictions as to the use of this building, and obviously it's been built on from the days that it was originally just a courthouse building.
Yeah.
Down there. And then
سوبر مقرمش وخفيف أو سوبر خفيف ومقرمش جرب شيء سوبر جديد.
And the offices go up. Not yesterday, but through that office is our chief executive.
So chief executive So on terms of the government, the chief executive over here are like what rank officials are they?
Well, that's a senior officer. It's the most senior
officer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then through here. This is the cabinet room. So every Monday morning there will be a cabinet meeting with the leader at 8:30, something like that, and the members of the cabinet would sit around here and discuss what they have to discuss.
ब्रायन सरले थुप्रै ठाउँमा घुमाउनु भयो त्यहाँभित्र थुप्रै हेऱ्यो एकदम अर्कै खालको फिल भइराखेको छ धेरै पुरानो ठाउँ है त्यसैलाई फेरि प्रिजर्भ गरेर
200 वर्ष
के सिकेँ भने अब हामी चाहिँ पुरानो घर पुरानो के अरे भनौँ न पुरानो कुनै एउटा को छ भने त्यसलाई चाहिँ भत्काउने अनि भत्काएर चाहिँ नयाँ खालको होइन आधुनिक बनाउँदछ आरसिसीको ऊहरू बनाउने भन्ने हाम्रो चाहिँ अभ्यास छ नेपालमा यहाँ चाहिँ त्यो रहेनछ त्यो पुरानोलाई चाहिँ होइन रेट्रोफिट गर्दै होइन तपाईँको चाहिँ नि संरक्षण गरेर राखेर
मौलिकता पनि जोगाइराख्ने।
यो चाहिँ अफिस आधा अफिस हो अहिले अफिसको रूपमा प्रयोग भएको होइन। तर यो चाहिँ के रहेछ भने के अरे अफिस भन्दा पनि यो चाहिँ म्युजियम रहेछ जस्तो लाग्यो मलाई चाहिँ क्या। म्युजियम पनि अफिस पनि होइन जस्तो मलाई लाग्यो। त्यसले गर्दाखेरि त्यो अर्थमा पनि थुप्रै कुराहरू देख्न पाइयो सुन्न पाइयो। उहाँहरूको चाहिँ नि अब यो जुन भनौँ न उहाँहरूको चाहिँ नि यो कार्यविधि कसरी उहाँहरू सञ्चालन गर्नुहुन्छ भन्ने कुराहरूको बारेमा पनि थुप्रै कुराहरू चर्चा उहाँले गर्नुभयो र धन्यवाद छ उहाँलाई। र हाम्रो यता हाम्रो सरलाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। हाम्रो सरहरू उहाँहरूले नै अब यहाँ डोडाइराख्नु भएको छ।
सर भन्नु हुँदैन
होइन सर नै भन्नुपर्छ। एउटा
तपाईँको आज सख्य सचिव
भने उहाँहरूले म्यानेज गरिदिएर यी कुराहरू चाहिँ सबै सम्भव भइरहेछ र
मेयर साहबले आज हाम्रो
सबैजनालाई धन्यवाद दिन चाहन्छु। यो छ र यो भनौँ न ऐतिहासिक हाम्रो चाहिँ भ्रमण भयो भनौँ न आज यहाँ खुसी छु अत्यन्तै।
हाम्रो